Good morning, my friends. 2 more days until the end of the year. I want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this live on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. I'm doing something special today. On Saturdays, I host a mastermind session for all my coaching students. And I extended an invitation to those of you that are on my mailing list. So we should have an interesting session today at 1 o'clock. Let me take a look. See who's here. Okay, now, LinkedIn is a gold mine of prospects. And, imagine walking into a gold mine and on the walls of the mine, gold. For years, I've used the image of a candy ball with M&Ms, knowing that the green M&Ms are business builders. Red M&Ms are customers. It's the same thing. And what we're finding over the last 2 months is that a lot of you that have been on LinkedIn for an extended period of time, you've been reaching out to people daily. You're all connected to people that somewhere along the line, you stop communicating. If you got more than 1,000 connections, I would venture to say at least 100 people that you're already connected to are great prospects for your business. For one reason or another, you stop talking to them. Now, this is the time of year, right after Christmas, where people are thinking about their future. What am I going to do next year? New Year's Eve is tomorrow night. Monday is New Year's Day, and then we're into 2024. There are millions of people on LinkedIn that are looking for something to do. With a simple profile on LinkedIn, you can mine the goal. So, 2 years ago, 2 days to go. And frankly, for somebody that is serious about starting a business, you can get them to invest in the more expensive package by pointing out to them that, hey, it's a tax deductible. So today, tomorrow, if you're going to be reaching out to people today and tomorrow, it should be the people that are well into the process. Or you can start building for 2024. We pointed out yesterday that when you identify a serious prospect, a hot prospect, you need to be communicating with them every day. Every day. And we talked about the effectiveness of posting. So how are you going to end up 2023? How big is your team right now? How many leaders do you have? How many people do you have that are business builders? How many customers do you have? Now is the time to start taking inventory. And at the same time, now is the time to be putting together your list of people that you expect to sign up in your business in January. January the 2nd, you should have a list of 15 or 20 of your hottest prospects that you're going to focus on. 2024 is a new year, new opportunities for you. Some of you are going to be rank advancing before the end of the year. I think by now, you might be cleaning up with a couple of folks, but it is what it is. Put together a plan for next month. Have a list of your hottest prospects. Go in and look at the people that you're already connected to that could still conceivably be prospects. And if for any reason we don't talk again, in other words, if you don't, this may be the last time that we're going to be together. For those of you that are coaching students, we are doing a mastermind session today at 1 o'clock. It'll be the last one for the year. I want to wish all of you a happy new year. And you all should really be genuinely excited because there are millions of people on LinkedIn that are looking for an opportunity, and you have the solution for them. 2024 is going to be a great year for all of you. So LinkedIn's a gold mine. And anytime you want, you could reach into that pool of people and pick out the people that clearly need what you have, want what you have. And here is an interesting point. The more selective you are about who you're talking to, the more successful you're going to be. Just because there are 56,000 people looking for an opportunity doesn't mean you want to talk to all of them. So you can create instant relationships on LinkedIn and Facebook. Instant. And I'm going to give you some steps today that will help you speed up the process. See, we hear a lot about engagement. Engagement is interaction between you and the people that you're connected to. Engagement equates to involvement, interaction, back and forth. Involvement turns into relationships, and relationships turn into more sales. So achieving success on LinkedIn and Facebook doesn't just mean increasing your friends, connections, or followers. You have to create relationships with your prospects before they'll buy from you. Posting and ghosting your audience doesn't get you what you really want, which is sales. Sales. Sales come from engagement with your prospects that builds relationships. And posting and sharing words of wisdom, knowledge, bolsters everybody's perception of who you are and what you do, enhances your status in everybody's eyes of being an influencer. True engagement requires a proactive approach. So managing engagement and communication with your friends, connections, and followers helps build relationships with them. Remember, people do business with people that they know, people they like, and people that they trust. Engagement turns prospects into active distributors and customers, but it's a process. Having a large number of connections, friends, and followers does you no good if they aren't paying attention to what you're doing. If people aren't engaging in other ways, it's time to change your content strategy. What you really want is new distributors and active customers. So when you post something on LinkedIn, they'll tell you your post had 50 impressions, your post had 100 impressions, but it don't tell you who those impressions are. So we want to get people on Facebook to like, comment, or share what you're posting with their connections, with their friends. Same thing on LinkedIn. You got to like, a comment. LinkedIn will let you repost or send it. The more meaningful the information that you post is to people, the more activity you're going to get. So here are some engagement tips. First, know your audience. Know who your serious prospects are that consumes your content, where they are, and what's important to them. Review the content you post and see which ones get the most engagement. We want to do more of that. Practice active audience interaction. Like or respond to comments. The key is to be authentic. I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. I mean, think about that for just a minute. One kick on the ground. One kick. You've identified who a perfect prospect is. We start a conversation. We know where this conversation is going to go. One time. One time. Many of my students that are really proficient at this close 9 out of 10 people they talk to, 8 out of 10 people they talk to. The key is being selective about who you talk to. You think you're a prospect. And by communicating with them, by asking a few questions, you're going to learn. Your one kick step to mastering every social network is my formula. Create your page, put yourself out there, then connect with people. Connect with new people. But by the same token, a lot of you are already connected to people. But just because you're connected to people doesn't mean you've talked to them. So it all comes down to communication. And when we're talking to people, we have to qualify them. And the ones that fit the parameters for what you're looking for, those are the ones that you're going to close. Now, it's so simple that anybody can master it. The key to your success is engagement. Now, there are posting tactics and recruiting scripts that work like magic month after month after month. Happy New Year. We'll work literally just about every day in January. And we have some scripts for New Year's resolutions that we're going to be introducing in the January boot camp. But it's all about who you're talking to. You can break recruiting records next year by engaging or re-engaging the people that you believe are your best prospects for your business. Now, I was doing a coaching session earlier, and let me come back over here. And so I was working with John. Now, you know, most of the people that I work with in boot camps all have, you know, part-timers, and they've learned how to apply what I teach to building a network marketing business to their full-time jobs. And so John, not in network marketing, he's got a medical device that he's marketing. And so we're in the process now. We just completed his banner. We're in the process of filling in the empty spots from the standpoint of what he does. And he has identified the people that he wants to talk to about this new medical device, which frankly is outrageous. It's a 5-gram pump, fits on the end of your finger, that replaces bigger devices, and the medical professionals that see it go crazy about it. Right? So what we did was we identified who are your ideal, who do you want to talk to? And he knows exactly who he wants to talk to. All right? So we went in and we kind of broke it down. He is looking for chief nursing officers. On LinkedIn, there's 19,000. 89,000 hospital administrators, 36,000 hospital administrators in the US, chief nursing officers. That's who he's looking for. And so we started to talk about, I gave him the first script, and believe it or not, his opening line to people. His opening line, his connect message, is exactly the same one you're using. All right? Same message. We're telling people that LinkedIn has suggested several times that because of what you do, that we should be connected. Most people on here are slamming him or slamming you with, all kinds of commercials. All right? Then the icebreaker. First message, second message. Now, he's looking to reach out to people, administrators, hospitals. So I went up and initially I did a search. Motivational quotes about leadership. All right. And we came up with some really strong motivating quotes about leadership. Now, why? The people that he's looking to reach are at the high end of the administration in a hospital. The images that he's going to be posting and sharing with these people about leadership, about management, not only are they going to appreciate it, they're going to appreciate it enough so that they're going to want to share it with their key people. So when you're starting to post things, we need to start thinking in terms of what will our target audience like, but they'll like it enough to share it. Now, what was interesting is I did the search, motivational quotes about leadership. All right. And then, in fact, let me flip back over here. All right, so these are the messages or the images that he's going to start posting on a daily basis. The price of doing the same old thing is far higher than the price of change. When I started to bring these up, he was going wild. He says, yeah, these medical administrators can relate to this. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. Great leaders don't tell you what to do. They show you how it's done. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. Become the leader. Become the kind of leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you had no title or position. So you've got Ronald Reagan, you've got Mahatma Gandhi, you've got Brian Tracy. Plato. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. A leader is a dealer in hope, Napoleon Bonaparte. Be the leader you would follow. So you post these things, and your target audience sees it, likes it, looks forward to getting it, so they can be sharing it with their people, with their clients, with their customers, with the people they work with. Leaders become great not because of their power, but for their ability to inspire and elicit commitment, passion, consistent action, and follow through from others. Today's most effective leaders are flexible, adaptable, responsive, resilient, brilliant, and open to change. They recognize that there is nothing inauthentic about modifying and adapting his or her approach as needed to accommodate the needs of each team member and any altered work-related or personal situations to succeed ethically in business or life. Leaders who fail to embrace, manage, and develop cohesive teams that thrive and succeed across generational differences will soon succumb to constant conflict, silos, separation, low morale, stagnant performance, and inconsistent productivity. Whenever you see a successful business, someone once made a courageous decision. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. Now, you post these things on a regular and consistent basis, and people share it. And when they share something, all of their connections see it. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The leader adjusts the sails. Leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. Same Douglas MacArthur quote. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. You can even repost things, the same ones. And then there are going to be people who have motivational quotes. You can go in and you can look for John Maxwell quotes. Go in and look for Brian Tracy quotes, Jim Rohn quotes. A good objective of leadership is to help those who are doing poorly to do well and to help those who are doing well do even better. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Their words, when you post them, become yours. People begin to appreciate everything that you've done. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done and his aim fulfilled, they will say, we did it ourselves. Become the kind of leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you had no title or position. Think about this for just a minute. Okay? So you got this high administrator in a hospital. You have somebody that owns a business. You have somebody that works with others. When they like these kind of things, they share them. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. The best preparation for good work tomorrow is to do good work today. It's not about ideas, it's about making ideas happen. So these posts build rapport with your prospects, even without speaking to them. Progress has little to do with speed, but much to do with direction. To get rich, you have to be making money while you're asleep. Okay, so now let me come back over here. And so I said to John, I said, we're doing a search here for motivational quotes about leadership. I said, well, what about if we had motivational quotes about leadership in healthcare? The same quotes, the same quotes. And then, of course, Thomas Edison. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Same quotes. You don't build a house without its foundation. You don't build a hospital without its nurses. This, my friends, is what it's all about. You need to be posting two times a day. And the wonderful thing is that you can pre-program everything. So I go over here. Happy New Year gifts. All right, you want a message? Now this, obviously, we could send out tomorrow. Right click, save the image. Maybe we could find something that's got a little message attached. We want to do that. Wishing you a Happy New Year gift. Right click, save the image. Oops. And you got different ones. Here's quotes. But realistically, we want something that moves. Obviously, you want to make sure it doesn't have the year. All right, now we go back over to LinkedIn. Start a post. No one says you have to wait until tomorrow. Post it. Now, not everybody that you're connected to is going to see this. So we go over here, we start to share it. I just did a coaching session with John. He's still there. So I'm gonna, you could do 10. You can see the people that are there right now. Debbie's in this class. Do 10. Now, you can send it as a group or send it separately. And you want to send it separately. It's more personal, makes people feel special. Now, let's come back up here. Make a post. Next. Hit the clock. We can schedule this for tomorrow. And we could schedule it for 1 o'clock. How about 10 o'clock? Schedule it. And we could pop over here, do another one. Schedule it for later. Now, some people are going to write back right away. You want to answer, you can answer. If not, it's not a big deal. But it's all about communication. It's all about talking to people, and posting is an amazing and effective way to do that. Like that being said, I want to wish all of you a happy new year. For those of you that haven't registered yet for the January boot camp, it's a good time to do it. We sent out an email with some special promotions for the new year. And listen, I am looking forward to working with all of you. I will be back at 1 o'clock for a mastermind session. And 2024 is going to be your best year. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.